I'm not a doctor or a medical professional in any way. This is not weight loss advice. This is just my own personal journey and experience and what worked for me. I've lost 130 pounds naturally, and I've kept it off for 11 years. When I first started my weight loss journey, I was 275 pounds, and I thought, if I could just get this weight off, then everything will be perfect, and I'll be able to coast. I started my journey. I portioned out my food, and because I was so heavy and I had so much weight to lose, as soon as I started portioning out things that I liked, the weight came off really easily, and I actually lost my first 50 pounds in 3 months. And I was surprised at how much easier it was than I thought. And then it slowed down to a steady 1 to 2 pounds, and it did take me 2 years to lose the weight, and once I did, I ended up losing the total of 130 pounds, and I thought, okay, now is the easy part. Now I can just coast. And the truth is, and the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I thought maintaining would be easy and that it was just maintaining. And I've been getting a lot of comments lately, oh, she's not as strict as she used to be. She's just maintaining now, implying basically that maintaining your weight loss journey is easy. Well, it turns out that maintaining my weight loss is not as easy as I thought. It's actually way harder than losing the weight. And not in a way that I want to put anyone off from losing the weight, but I just want to basically share what it's like to keep the weight off every day for a regular person like me that's done it and been able to do it for as long as I have. There are still struggles every day, but they're different than when I was losing weight. But I still have struggles. I still have what Kyle and I call them Goombas. They're things that get in the way that try to stop you from reaching your goals. And every day, just like when I was losing the weight, every single day that I keep the weight off, I am fighting tooth and nail to keep that weight off. For the first part, my body naturally likes to be at a heavier set point. I'm naturally heavy. I'm short and stocky. My weight, I gain weight very easily. I have a very big appetite, so I'm always hungry. I never feel full. There are things I do to try to, help that, which I share all the time, like eating a lot of protein and fiber and high volume foods, which do help. But I'm hungry all the time. I am short and stocky. I do gain weight easy. And so every day it's like I'm fighting an uphill battle, like I'm trying to climb out of a deep hole. And it is easier now because I've gotten myself into a routine, and it's natural for me to do my cardio and eat in a calorie deficit and portion out my food. So those things do come easier now. But for those that think that I'm just maintaining my weight loss, you might not understand what it's like for me every day. I still have to be on top of it. I don't just eat what I want now and the weight stays off. I don't just maybe do cardio, maybe not. I have to do my cardio every day. I have to make sure that I stay within a certain amount of calories, especially because the cheat days, I do like having cheat days, and it does help me stay on track. So if I want to have a cheat day once a month, which is what I'm having right now, I need to make sure that I'm doing my cardio every day and that I'm staying in my calorie deficit most of the time so that I can keep my weight off still. Here are the I'm just gonna go through some multiple struggles that I go through now. One, it's 11 years later. Like when 13 years ago, I started the journey. Took me 2 years to lose the weight, and I've kept it off for 11 years. I was 11 years younger 11 years ago, so my body responded to things a lot different. When you get older, and I'm now in my 40s, I'm 42, I'll be 43 in September, my metabolism, even though because I do eat balanced and I do my cardio and things like that, it is faster. but it's slower, if that makes sense. Because I am older, it is slower than it was 11 years ago. And I do missions, let's say, where I like to go through a period where I have cheat days a little more frequently to help me build muscle and take in a little more food. And then I go through a period of what I call lean outs, where I try to pull back on the cheat days, have them less frequently, eat a little less food, and lean out, lose the body fat that comes with building muscle so that I could show off the muscle that I built underneath. And when I was younger, that was a lot easier to do. Now it's a lot harder. And especially now that I have a lot less weight to lose, I don't have much body fat to lose. So when I do my lean outs, it's more of a struggle. And when I was younger, my lowest weight that I could get to was 145 pounds, and I could be super lean and maintain that for a while. Now it's really hard to get to 145. I usually end up at about 150, and I'm lean with a lot more muscle than I used to be. And that's another thing. Now that I have more muscle, it takes a little bit more work to maintain that, because I need to eat more sometimes in order to put on the muscle, and then I need to eat less to lose the body fat, but also try not to lose all the muscle. And as you get older, it is harder to build muscle. Also, when I was first starting my journey, all I had to do was 15 minutes a day of walking, because I did have so much weight to lose. Eventually, after I lost my first 50 pounds, I did gradually increase the cardio. And now, because I don't have a lot of fat to lose, I have to do more cardio than I did before. So I do actually 50 minutes 6 days a week. And when I'm trying to lean out, I do a little more. So a few times a week, I'll do an hour and a half cardio to try to lose the body fat without lowering my food too much. I also have a full-time job, plus I do YouTube, and I also try to make sure that I do my cardio every day, plus 3 days a week I do weight training. And if I want to fit that in, I need to make sure that I wake up early, because if I don't do my cardio early in the morning, I'll be too tired. I won't want to do it at night. So I also need to be on myself all the time. When I first started my weight loss journey, I could be a little more like loosey-goosey, but now I really have to be on it every day. I need to make sure that I'm packing my lunch, that I'm eating my breakfast, that I'm doing my cardio the 6 days a week, that I'm doing my weight training 3 days a week. Even on the days where I might not feel like I have the energy to do it, I still try to get myself in the gym and do it, because it's important for me to keep the weight off. And I also want to keep that muscle, because I have loose skin from losing the weight. And if I lose the muscle, then I get really flappy. And I don't like that look on my body. I prefer myself with the muscle. And another thing is, when I first started losing the weight, I walked and I portioned out my food, but I didn't lift weights until I lost all of my weight. That's when I started to build the muscle to fill out the loose skin. So now I've added weight training on top of the cardio and the eating in a calorie deficit. So that is what adds all of the challenges. I'm not saying this to put anyone off from losing weight. I actually love it, even though it is a struggle. I know where I've come from, and I know that I've fought for myself every single day to lose the weight. And I know that to keep the weight off, I'm gonna have to fight for myself every single day for the rest of my life. And I committed to that. I do it every single day, but I wanted to make it clear, when you lose the weight, it's not, you just don't coast. There are gonna be other challenges that come up. There's gonna be things like, you're gonna have to be on it. You can't just drop doing cardio or drop eating in a certain amount of calories. It might be different calories than it was before, but you're always gonna have to be aware. I'm constantly having to change things up, try different things, make sure that I'm always on top of it. I get asked sometimes, like, why do you portion your food out still? Why do you weigh your food? Aren't you just maintaining? No, that's not how it works for me. I need to be portioning out my food every day. I'll always use measuring spoons and scales and for the rest of my life, because that's what I need to do to keep my weight off. Coasting, when Kyle and I lost a lot of our weight, we started thinking, okay, now we can coast. And we started to over scoop our peanut butter. We used to do a tablespoon of peanut butter. We would over scoop it so that it was a mound instead of level.
We were just saying like, oh, we'll just eyeball it because we basically know what a tablespoon is.
Yeah, now that we're portioning, we'll just scoop the rice, and like sometimes you guys will see me do like heaper scoops of something, but I build that in, like that's included in my calories. I actually make sure that I've done a heaping scoop in the MyFitnessPal. Before, I wasn't including that heaping portion. I was just heaping it and not counting it because I was coasting. But then I started to gain a little bit of weight back because I was coasting. So those are the things where I know that I can't let myself slip. Maintaining is just, it's the opposite side of the coin. You still have challenges, you still have things that you have to stay on. They're just different. I'm in a routine now where it feels weird if I don't portion my food or if I don't do my cardio. Whereas before, I could make up any excuse to not portion my food and not do my cardio. Now it's weird if I don't. It's easier to have a cheat day and then go right back on track because I've made my diet so good. I love the food I eat. You guys see on my channel, I make food that I look forward to every single day. I love it. I love going for walks, doing cardio, but there are challenges. And a big one that just happened was Kyle and I, we have this concert that we're going to in July. And so we made a plan to do a lean out for the summer, and we started a while ago, and we've been working on losing body fat to lean out and get in shape for this concert. Well, a little over a month ago, we got really sick. We both had what we think is pneumonia, and it took us out for a month. In the middle of our lean out, and I was just starting to get really good results. I was getting really lean and fit, and I was at 152 pounds and 2 pounds away from my goal weight, which was 150. I was like, I'm gonna hit my goal weight early. I'm gonna do it way before July. We're way like early on track. Like I was so excited, and then we got really sick, and we had to stop eating in a calorie deficit because we needed to eat what our bodies needed in order to heal. We needed to take a break from some days from cardio because it was just too much with the chest stuff that it was hard to breathe doing the cardio. We didn't have any energy at all to do the weights, so we had to take breaks, and we were kind of devastated because we had worked so hard, and then this flu pneumonia thing, it threw us for a loop. And we were like, we just lost a month. How are we gonna get back on track? And we were so like disappointed that we kind of tried to go back way too early. Like we started eating in a calorie deficit and doing our cardio when we weren't fully healed yet. And that kind of set us back a little bit. So we had to really go, okay, no, we need to listen to our bodies, take the breaks, eat to fuel like our recovery. And then we started getting back on track again. But it's still like, it's slower now, the lean out, and I'm still trying to get to my 150 pound goal because it slowed me down. And so there are always challenges. If you want to go on a weight loss journey, or if you're on one right now, one step at a time, be consistent, and just know that once you get to your goal weight, it's not a coasting. There will be challenges, but you'll be able to handle them because you've gone through losing the weight. Keeping it off is tricky, but you can do it, and you just take it one day at a time, one step at a time, the same way you took your weight loss journey. And you just remember, just like you were fighting for yourself every day to lose the weight, you're gonna fight for yourself every day to keep it off. It's just the different side of the coin. It's totally worth it, and you're worth it to fight for yourself, and you can do this. There is no coast, but you'll find your happy medium place where you know that you're going into battle and you're winning. You're coming out winning no matter what that is. If it's, okay, I need to take a rest here, or, okay, this is a struggle, I took a step back, but now I'm gonna go forward. Like, you'll know, and you'll keep pushing through because you're worth it. If you wanna know exactly what I ate and did to lose my weight and keep it off, I have 4 weight loss ebooks. You can buy them separately and use code Nicole to save yourself 10% off, or you can buy all 4 in my everything bundle for a cheaper price, then use code Nicole to save yourself 10% off the already cheaper price for a double savings. The link's down below if you wanna check that out. And if you wanna support the channel, and you think you can handle more of me and Cute Sassy, we have channel memberships. So if you want to click the join button, you can become a member of the Cute Heart Club, and you'll get a variety of really cool exclusive videos, plus some baller custom emojis. And if you want a really cool, tasty, high protein snack or dessert, these are my go-to. They are HTLT Steps Seco bars. This is the Milky Crisp flavor. It literally tastes like a chocolate bar, but with less sugar and more protein. And they're very filling, and they're a really decent size bar. Really nice size. Code Nicole will save you 15% off, and the link is down below if you want to get some. You got this. We love you. Peace. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
See ya. Remember, the friends, that weight loss isn't just about the number on the scale. It's also about here and here, heart and mindset. Fight through it.